Hello again. This is Tips and Tools for Sunday School, where we are training teachers and building programs for life transformation. I'm your host, Sister Patty, and thank you for joining us for day 4 of our weekly lesson plan. Make sure you like and share this video for us so that all of our teachers, our Christian educators, can share in this information. We've been talking about, as Christian education teachers, making sure that we have a structured plan and how we study, outline, and deliver our lesson each week. And we've been sharing each day examples of activities that we can use to make sure that we are prepared to teach effectively our lesson. So day 1 and day 2, we talked about researching. Day 3, we talked about shaping that research, identifying a main thought, and looking at our outline. And so today on day 4, we're going to start to begin to finalize some things. Again, we're going to talk about reading commentary, finalizing the lesson plan, and addressing different learning styles. And we have a bonus tip for you on today. So remember, make sure you're reading your main text in your lesson every day. We're also talking about reading commentary. So you should not read commentary till you have done and completed your own study. Because in reading commentaries, you should add and help verify what you taught and kind of amplify what you've already researched and outlined. So find you some good commentaries that you can use that will help you in making sure that you are on task and you are on target. Lastly, let's start to finalize that lesson plan and think about making sure that you have something in that lesson plan to address all of the learning styles. Make sure that you have something that will get their attention. Make sure you have activities planned for them. And also make sure you're working on your timing of your lesson. How long are we going to spend on introduction? How long are we going to spend on guided practice? So think about your timing as well with your lesson plan. And today, our bonus tip is touch base with your students. It's day 4. So by now, you should have reached out to all of your students by email, text, or whatever type of group communication tool you're using to touch base with them. Make sure that they're reading their lesson. Give them a question to study. Pose an activity for them to do while they're preparing for the lesson. You should also have actually called any of your students that were absent on Sunday. Make that personal touch with them and reach out to any visitors that you had in your class previously. That is something as teachers, we need to develop in touching our students during the week. So that's our tip for today on day 4 of our weekly lesson plan, reading commentary, finalizing and firming up our lesson plan, and touching base with our students. Well, thank you for joining us for Tips and Tools for Sunday School, where we are training teachers and building programs for life transformation. And we'll see you next time.